on the airplane recently. I forget what trip it was, but I was watching a
Yeah.
documentary about uh, pizza, and what was
That's not what I expected.
uh what? Oh man, where's the place? New Haven. It was a documentary about pizza in New Haven, and it was all about how it's the best pizza in the world, and it's like most authentic Naples pizza you can get. The generation of immigrants from Italy who came over directly from Naples at the time in the early 1900s. And there's one place in particular that is unbelievable, and it's the best pizza in the world. And they've been using the same oven since like the early 1900s. The oven hasn't changed. And one of the people on it was saying the reason you can't replicate this pizza anywhere else is because it doesn't have the flavors of that oven. Think about all the pizzas that were baked in that oven for decades.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
even like, it sounds kind of disgusting, but just imagine like for 100 years of just baking shit in that oven, all the fragrances getting locked in there and adding to the flavor of the pizza. I think Real Madrid are that pizza oven. Because
Okay, I like it. Well
because Manchester City, we can talk about like, well, how can Manchester City get over the mental hump and stuff, and how come Real Madrid are able to get the voodoo over all these teams? Well, because we have this baked into our DNA for decades, and so this
done. Pizza.
DNA has been instilled in us, and so for a team to come along and
20
try to
minuti
replicate that,
ne Bernabeu molto lunghi.
that's right.
Famous Capello. It's
Uh,
Capello, right?
You just that quote? No, that quote is from Juanito, I think. The 90 minutes.
No, 90 minuti. No, Capello, because it's in Italian. 90 minuti son in a Bernabeu molto lunghi. Something like that. Yes, Capello. I'm going to look
Is
it up.
it?
Continue. This was a great comparison. Go.
I'm kind of tripped out if it's Capello for some reason. I think it's Juanito. I don't think it's Capello. Maybe Capello resurfaced it. Anyways, well, no, that was the analogy. There's nowhere else to go with that. You just can't replicate it because they don't have the history ingrained in it. We were talking about this. Ewan and I were trying to scientifically explain it on the podcast. And if you look at the links, it's all passed down. Like, how can you do this? Like, what does 1950 have to do with 2022? My best way of explaining it is Di Stefano later coached Butragueño. Butragueño played with Sanchez. Sanchez played with Hierro. Hierro played with Raúl. Raúl played with Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos played with all of these guys who are on the team now. I think it actually gets passed on like that. That's my theory.
Like
It's
you
all
get
connected.
touched by
It's
the
like
wand,
it's
the
like
voodoo
a
wand.
never-ending unfolding story of legends who just pass it on to each other. That's my theory.
It's very nice.
Thank
You were right about Juanito. It is indeed Juanito. He said it to the Inter players when they were playing Inter de Milan at the end of the game in a match where Madrid lost in Milan 2-0. Said 90 minuti in el Bernabeu son molto longo.
That's right. So
La fe de Juanito kind of was based on that. And Inter lost the second leg by 3-0.
yeah,
So
that's where
it's
that was
de
one of the
Juanito.
most famous comebacks. Yeah.